That's a fair point. We need to tap into the Red Bull.
I tapped into the Red Bull.
I know you did. I know you did. Cheers to that, my friend. Welcome to a new era, my friend.
Welcome to Clutch Sports.
Oh, Clutch Sports Network.
Here we come.
Here we come, introducing us to this welcome of a time. There's a fly in the way.
It's almost fitting tonight's like this. It's a celebratory thing.
A celebratory night
It's a celebratory.
Indeed, my friend. Celebratory night indeed. This is the first time we're doing this crap on YouTube. In a very long time. So, there's John. There's me. John, official new co-host.
Yeah.
We're going to do this more and more. Oh my god. But before we start, I got a bone to pick with you. So, the webcam's right there, and behind the webcam, sitting in a... Let's just get this.
You gotta present it.
We gotta present this. This is unbelievable. This fucking guy, this dipshit, in my hands, is a working PS2 Slim that this guy just has sitting in his trunk of the trunk of his car.
For like 2 months?
For like 2 months. I have been looking for a PS2 for the better part of like 3 years.
Nobody has better shit than Johnny D.
Unbelievable. This guy. So, we were supposed to record by we were supposed to record an hour ago. We were supposed to record like an hour ago, half hour ago-ish, around there. And this dipshit
brings out the PS2.
This dipshit, we're discussing like past game consoles and crap. And like this is the same guy who, in front of us, on the TV. By the way, there's a commercials going on and shit. Because we got the NBA on also. Working Xbox One. He's just sitting there in his house.
No, that's just because I bought the Series X and that shit's backwards compatible with like all the Xbox One games. So what point was there to have it?
This is true.
Donate it. We do the good thing. That's true for anybody really who wants to.
This is true. It's fucking God.
Save the environment, save the trees. Give your shit away if your shit's backward compatible.
Coming from the pothead. Save the environment, save the trees, coming from the pothead. But he's just... You find the most random shit just lying around.
Think about what I do to make money.
This is true. This is true. Oh my god. Unbelievable.
Like, but the thing is, not everybody knows what to find.
This also, the aforementioned PS2 comes with 30 games, roughly.
We got
roughly
some classic sports games.
Classic games, ESPN 2K5.
My favorite Madden.
Probably the best Madden 07 and 08.
Best Madden.
02, Hitman 2. The first God of War game to be included. The only thing that would make this better is it did not come with any of the Jak and Dexter games.
Nor any Grand Theft
Or
Autos.
Crash Bandicoot, which, by the way, let's be
OG
clear.
GTA is what we
Oh,
need.
San Andreas.
Vice City.
Vice City was the
or
best.
3.
GTA, San Andreas was the best one, though.
It was, but I don't know, the vibe of Vice City, though.
Oh
Like
my
the
God.
freaking
This
80s thing, the Miami
fucking
thing.
This unbelievable. This,
Like,
this dude.
honestly, GTA 6 gotta be in Miami again.
Yeah.
Miami's the way to go. That was a vibe.
Or New York City. If you have it in like Brooklyn, New York City, Queens, Manhattan.
We need a Miami game.
Yeah, we need a Miami game. We do. By the way, they
4K strippers.
Yeah, that'll
Killing hookers in 4K.
In 1080p. 4K 1080p.
We're gonna be killing hookers in 4K. In
Oh my god. We're on YouTube. We gotta be careful with this now. We gotta be careful. Thank God. Thank God we have YouTube algorithm to thank for that. So besides that, welcome to episode 120. Oh my god. This dude, this fucking guy. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable shit. We got 2 working microphones now. We got 2 working microphones right there and right here.
Men.
I got the camera right there. I'll say hi to the video camera. Hi. Hi. This dude.
Dallas getting murked.
Dallas is getting wrecked
They getting murked.
by the Hawks.
My man Trey Young, dirty.
By the way, Oklahoma fan right there. Die hard. I'm shocked you don't have an Oklahoma tattoo. I'm shocked. I have an Islander tattoo, by the way. We gotta face the camera right there. There we go. There's the camera. We got an Islanders tattoo.
I have one tattoo.
I am so far, besides, I am 1-3. 1-2-1, technically an overtime loss. So far, I am not cursed. So far. Knock on wood.
It's too early in the season.
Too early to tell.
Too early to tell. Can't read into it.
The Islanders always start slow.
Honestly, look, it's the first. You can't hit the in hockey. I think you can't really hit like a panic button until like around Christmas.
No, this is true.
If you're playing like shit around Christmas, you're fucked.
This is true, my friend. This is true.
That's when things get interesting. Is after.
This is a fair point. But in terms of the list of topics that we have to discuss, oh god, this is what I got to discuss. So I did a BS Sessions. As you know, I host a side show called BS Sessions, part-time BS podcast. Yada yada yada. We had volume 24 on with Dave Mojo, who is the sponsor, who is the founder of our sponsor. What are the co-founder? I don't know. But he owns Lots Rain Washes, who sponsors our podcast. I botched it hard.
Oof.
So bad because I'm still getting used to the audio, how to work the audio on this thing. I'm still trying to get used to working the audio on this thing. It's pretty bad, to say the least. Basically, the audio was echoing. It was an echoing audio, very bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Ugh. So
Was it with this setup?
no, it was on Zoom. It was on Skype or Zoom or something. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Honestly, though, with all this, like through COVID, we've seen plenty of Zoom, like calls, Zoom conferences, live, even on TV, done by big people where it's distorted audio.
No kidding, my friend.
So you could say botched, but it's the world we live in too. The video calling's not right.
Well, in my defense, I am still not used to this software. This is a brand new software I'm working with, OBS Studio, who if you guys are diehard streamers, you will know exactly what the hell I'm using. But for myself, I am not used to this, so I get a pass. Ooh. You know who doesn't get a pass?
Who?
Zion Williamson. The guy showed up through the training camp for the Pelicans. Over 300 pounds.
NBA.
How does that happen?
He's the NBA Jamarcus Russell, heart plus hustle.
If he turns into Jamarcus Russell,
he showed up fat. He already did.
But I'm saying, like, realistically speaking, thank God for the Knicks. Thank God for the Knicks.
That was a fun game.
Oh my God! So
fun.
It was the 2018 draft, right? It was the 2018 draft.
2019
draft for Zion Williamson. Okay.
It was Zion, Ja, Barrett.
Thank God you're the NBA guy between the two of us. Thank God you're the NBA guy. So, we'll get to Clutch Sports Network in a second, but yeah, Zion Williamson showed up to Pelicans training camp, 300 plus pounds.
Jamarcus Russell.
That's the first thing you thought of.
Yeah.
Because you were the Raiders guy here, so of course you would mention a former Raiders quarterback,
an icon. Unfortunately,
an unfortunate icon who had like two great moments.
A man who lied about watching a DVD. You ever hear that story?
Yes.
When they handed him a blank
Yes.
disc and he said he saw the blitz packages.
Yes.
He told an NFL coach.
Unbelievable. Jamarcus Russell, who was a number 1 overall pick out of LSU.
His coaches got concerned for him.
Oh.
And they gave him a blank DVD just to see if he actually looks at things. And he asked them about the blitz packages in the when they knew it was a blank DVD. He proved to NFL coaches he was full of shit.
Yep. So, the Hawks just destroyed Dallas.
Trae Young
113 to 87. 113 to 87. As who just hit a three? Who was that?
The real
Was
transcend.
that Jason Terry? That's the only obscure
I'm
Dallas
gonna
member sent out.
I'm gonna tell everyone something right now. Everyone going into the 2019 NBA draft said Zion Williamson was a transcendent talent. The transcendent talents came in the 2018 draft, and they're Trae Young and Luka Doncic.
This is true. Who was the number one pick in that draft? I can't remember.
I think DeAndre Ayton.
Was it Ayton?
Yes.
It was.
And I think then the Kings took Marvin Bagley.
Oh my god. I will never understand the Kings. Never will. And now they might be getting Ben Simmons. Before we get to Ben Simmons, we just want to, point out, yes, unfortunately, the watermark is not there currently on that corner of the screen, but we are part of a new network. Clutch Sports Network reached out to, because you don't have Twitter, or you do have Twitter, but you don't use it.
I'm like an old man with this stuff. I just work, I smoke weed, I watch sports.
God
I'm a
bless
simple
you,
man.
God bless you.
I live a life of purity.
You rarely use Instagram either, so that doesn't help either.
I go on the memes, the DMs, all that
Of
stuff.
course you do. Of course you do. Can't be surprised with this man.
You gotta slide in the DMs.
You gotta slide into his DMs real quick. Of course you do. Oh my god, we're gonna have a fun time. I can already tell. But regardless, Clutch Sports Network reached out to me because I do run Time to BS Twitter and my regular Twitter and Instagram, both Instagram accounts. Yada yada yada. So that was fun. And they reached out when I followed them because Mike, our good friend, Michael McGlintock, host of the Air Attack podcast, follows them, and Air Raid Attack is also a part of Clutch Sports Network.
Good.
So Clutch Sports reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in joining our network?" I'd be like, "All right. What can we do to help?" So, thank you, Clutch Sports Network, for bringing us on for the ride. It will be an interesting ride indeed, because we're going to cause mayhem.
Yeah.
And it will most likely us getting drunk as shit during these shows. Of Tito's and Red Bull, none of which we are sponsored by. But who cares?
Maybe we will be someday.
God help us if that happens.
Tito's, you've gotten me through many tough times in the last year. Thank you for being there for me always. Thank you, Tito's.
Oh my god.
You too, Red Bull. You give me the wings so
oh
I
my
can fly.
But yeah, so we're gonna try and hopefully do this a weekly thing. We're recording this on a Thursday, and hopefully if your schedule works out perfectly.
No, my schedule is locked because I have my management by the balls. I do power moves, and they know that I don't do Thursdays, I don't do Fridays. I need my 2 days off to recuperate. And by recuperate, I mean drinking.
So if we were to do a recording session like every Thursday.
Yeah, that's the plan.
We can do this shit.
That's the plan.
Okay, perfect. Because I would like to do this because
if
possible,
Thursdays work perfectly for me, because then Friday can be a day for me to do the other things, because I work 5 days a week.
Cool. Phenomenal. Because because
this is a labor of love for me doing this.
Good. Love this man for a reason, but not just for the podcast, but because
I'm a stand-up guy.
This is true. He's a good dude. But if we were to do this like every Thursday and have it like posted by like Friday or Saturday, that'd
be perfect. Because then we also are posting it before NFL Sunday.
Fucking phenomenal. Which, by the way, we have game picks to do at the end of this.
Yeah, and then when NFL's not popping, guess who has game of the week Sunday at noon? ESPN NBA.
Fair point. Which, by the way, the NBA is in full swing, and already
We got some games though.
We got good games.
Because Kyrie Irving, look, he can be stupid. He can, sacrifice millions of dollars. But we have to talk about the players who played because there were some good games last night.
This is true, including the Knicks and the
classic
Celtics.
game. You know how beautiful it is to see the Garden rocking?
Evan Fournier had 38 points.
I can't wait to see the Knicks play the Bucks on December 12th.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm sitting lower level, my guy.
Are you really?
Corner, but still lower level, man.
What a surprise.
I'm about to see them beat the Bucks. I'm
Fair
calling
point.
it.
But
Garden will be rocking.
Let's be clear here. I am a Knicks fan. You are a Thunder fan. We are unfortunate fans of our teams. More you than me, because the Thunder are going nowhere probably, right?
At least we have picks and
Yeah,
Isaiah
picks,
Thomas ourselves.
Yeah, a ton of picks.
We didn't Isaiah Thomas or Phil Jackson ourselves yet.
Nice.
Look, you
can do that.
Keep in mind, I grew up here in New York, so I know all about Knicks history.
Yes,
Knicks are my second team. They're my Eastern Conference team. I know about the Knicks history.
I have a West team, but they're currently out of the league. The Sonics.
Yeah, my team moved. That's my team now.
Fair point.
I grabbed them from you.
This is true.
Honestly, the main thing we really have going for us
I did like the Lakers for a little bit, though, when Kobe was on the team. And
see, that's one of those things where I didn't like the Lakers, but I liked Kobe because I respected his commitment to the game.
You can make an argument he's probably the second or great, or number 1 or 2 greatest player ever.
I'd put him right behind Jordan.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, like it's Kobe. It's Jordan and Kobe. Yeah, who put LeBron right behind Jordan, but Kobe actually won more finals than he lost.
This is true. You know who's in a very fucked up situation? Well, who? Ben Simmons. Did you see this shit?
Yeah,
he got suspended for a game.
It's a joke. They should have suspended him for more.
Should have traded him, but they can't.
No, they should sit him until they trade him. He clearly does not have any.
Deshaun Watson, basically.
Yes, he clearly has no intention of being part of the team, and his presence in the locker room or at practice or anything just harms the team.
By the way,
he should just trade him.
Speaking of drinks that we were drinking before, this is Johnny Walker Red, Tito's, and Red Bull.
Tito's and Red Bull is a holy combo.
Great idea, by the way, because I had never got into vodka until you brought me Tito's and Red Bull.
I'm telling you, I don't like most vodkas, but for some reason Tito's hits different.
Tito's of all things.
Want me to tell you why? I'll tell you why right here.
It's
American made in Austin, Texas.
Such a gigantic.
We're supporting America by drinking Tito's.
Such a gigantic.
This is American made vodka right here.
Don't drop that bottle, by the way.
No, absolutely not.
That's a good bottle of Tito's.
It's a handle, and it's not really that bad for price.
We got a lot of whiskey too, by the way.
It's only $35, which is not bad.
That bottle? It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad at all.
$35 for a big bottle of good vodka? I'm telling you.
No.
Don't drink foreign stuff. Drink Tito's.
No, this is true.
Austin, Texas, support your fellow Americans. Drink Tito's.
Oh, God. This dude. This dude. By the way, I don't know if you got a chance to look at the Week 7 slate of games.
Yeah, I made my pick for the knockout pool this week.
It's bad. It's really bad, actually.
Everyone in knockout pools take New England over the Jets. Patriots at home. Zach Wilson going against the Bill Belichick defense. Not going to go well.
End of the show, please. Thank you. I'm
just doing my thing, man.
This is true. You always do your thing. I love that shit. By the way, speaking of alcohol, do you know what the most intoxicated country in the world is?
Who? Germany?
You'd be
Ireland?
surprised. You'd be surprised.
Mexico?
It's none of those three.
I'm thinking of all the beer producers, I guess.
However, here's a better good one.
German,
Think
Irish,
of Eastern Europe. Think of Eastern Europe. Because I just found this out yesterday. Like
wait, is it somewhere?
Yesterday or 2 days ago?
Is it somewhere in Borat country?
I don't know.
Do you know what Borat country I mean is? The stands?
Yes. Pakistan, Uzbekistan,
Kazakhstan, very nice.
I always can count on them. But no, it's actually Moldova.
I would never have thought of some like
Moldova. Look.
That's like the most random possible like answer. What do they drink? Like, do they have like a native liquor,
I have a
or is
list.
it straight, or are they just drinking imports and paying through the roof?
Give me a second.
Because paying through the roof for imports is no good.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, charging two-fisted drinkers a lot of money.
As of
As a two-fisted drinker myself, you should not be paying a lot of money.
as of today. Give me a second. Alcoholism by country 2021. God bless it. No, I'm wrong.
Who's the biggest alcoholic?
Ireland is 15.
Ireland, of
No, wait, hold on.
course.
Found it. Okay. To put in perspective, New York is the United States is the 57th most intoxicated country in the world.
God
Did you know
damn.
this?
New York or United States?
The United States in general is the 57th. Wow, we're slacking.
You know where? I wonder how Louisiana would rank up since they have New Orleans.
Okay, so
I love New Orleans.
Okay,
Beautiful
so-
city, great drinking.
Moldova is the drunkest nation in the world. To put in perspective,
That's an amazing title.
yeah, it's crazy. Eastern Europe, of course, is Eastern Romania. What a surprise! The Czech Republic is number 2.
How about Russia? They got vodka.
Hungary is 3. The Hungarians, of course. Russia's 4. That's not surprising. Ukraine, Russia's neighbor, is 5. Estonia is 6.
Nice.
Andorra. Who's that? Good job, man. I said, for those of you who got a loud screeching noise, that was John fucking up his microphone.
Sorry, I'm a little bit twisted.
Andorra is 7. So far, no Ireland. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in my fellow Irishmen.
They must be. They need to step their game up.
No shit. Romania is 8. Slovenia, wow, is 9.
Nice.
Belarus is 10.
Hey.
Croatia, 11. Who's number 12? Lithuania. What? I don't know.
There's a lot of countries.
So far, a lot of Eastern Europe.
You know what it is?
And
There's
Asia.
a lot of these countries, like, they're pretty poor. They don't really have, like, a lot of infrastructure to go from place to place, so they probably have nothing else to do but drink.
Here we go. You're going to love this one. 13 is South Korea.
Are they drinking sake?
14 is Portugal. I thought it'd be Spain, but...
I guess Portugal's drunker than Spain.
Oh, of course. Ireland is 15th.
I'm disappointed,
I'm
though.
disappointed, my fellow Irishmen.
You know what it is? They drink a lot more beer than they do liquor.
Fair point.
So they're not
whiskey.
as trapped.
And whiskey.
Yeah, and whiskey.
Whiskey.
I feel like whiskey is honestly
Whiskey's
a pretty
liquor.
smooth drunk, though. Whiskey
Yeah.
goes good for me.
You don't get fucked up on whiskey.
While like vodka's like an adventure drunk.
You don't drink whiskey to get fucked up. You drink whiskey to enjoy life.
Yes. Yes.
Which is also, ironically, getting drunk.
You know what it is? These Eastern European countries are probably down in vodka. Kind of like we are right now.
Fair point.
That means we're like them. That means we're intoxicated.
I'm having a good time, though. You're more intoxicated than me. Let's be clear with that.
It's my day off from work, man.
Fair point. Very fair point.
When I lift furniture all day, you know what? I think I earn the right to be home and get intoxicated.
I enjoy some sports.
Yeah, because guess
Play
what?
some Madden.
I
Or
don't-
NBA 2K. By the way,
Nah, I've been on NHL 22 lately.
By the way, that's how we got to the PS2 discussion. Because we were talking about 2K. Because I have NBA Live 06. Because I managed to get Fable 2, NBA Live 06, NHL 2, NHL 6, and what was it? All Star Baseball 2004 for $40. All 4 of those games. John is enjoying himself right now. You are enjoying yourself with your Red Bull and Tito's.
This is the greatest combo of all combos.
I will beg to differ. It's ginger ale and Jack honey and ginger ale, to be particular, is delicious.
Once you start drinking Tito's religiously, man, you love Tito's.
Of course. What a
You
fucking
can understand
surprise.
why, though, can't you? Like, my love of Tito's?
I can.
You can understand my love of Tito's.
I actually can a little bit, yeah.
Like, I've always told you Tito's is my drink.
That's what I want to discuss. Playoff baseball is going on. As we're recording this, the the Astros lead 3-2. And the Braves, of all teams, lead the reigning world champion Dodgers 3-2.
I feel like every year
Or
there's some.
3-1.
I feel like every year there's some sneaky team in baseball that like will make it to like the set conference semis or whatever. Like
It's
their
the Braves. The Braves are 3-1.
Yeah, Braves are. But I thought the Dodgers were vulnerable.
Yeah. By the way, Mike is probably screaming right now because the Broncos are down 10-0 in the third quarter.
Look, I saw the Broncos falling apart a mile away.
Because they play shitty teams.
Yeah.
No disrespect to your Giants. Actually, all disrespect.
All disrespect.
Because you are a rational Giant fan. You are a rational fan in general.
Yeah, because I root for teams that are actually good, and I've rooted for teams that are good in my lifetime. I've rooted for teams who are bad in my lifetime. I can identify a bad team. As
we're recording this, by the way, speaking of the Braves and Dodgers, the Dodgers are currently up 4-2 in Game 5? Yeah, it's Game 5 over the Braves.
Like, when you think about it, the only team I root for that hasn't, broken my heart, every season is OU.
I'm about to say Oklahoma.
And they break my heart still every year.
This is true.
In the playoff, usually.
By the way, Oklahoma is third. Cincinnati.
Caleb Williams is saving our asses.
Cincinnati?
They're
Cincinnati's 2.
Look, it's overrated because in the end, it's the act, and I feel like Notre Dame's not that great this year anyway.
No, they're not. By the way, Georgia looks unbeatable.
Yeah.
Right now.
They're number 1.
Who's beating Georgia?
They're number 1.
Let's be clear with
this. Who
is beating Georgia?
Nobody. I think
their defense is unbelievable.
You think they're going to eliminate Alabama in the SEC?
Yes.
I think Alabama's going to lose to Georgia.
They better lose to Georgia because they lost to Texas A&M.
I feel like Georgia, if they don't beat Alabama, would be a disappointment this year. That's how good they are. They remind me of 2019 LSU.
By the way, speaking of LSU,
Ed Orgeron's gone.
Ed Orgeron's out.
Coach O.
Go Tigers. By the way,
Joe Burrow.
The hell was that? I don't know. By the way, this is coming from the guy who LSU smacked 62-14. Was it 62-14 or 62-21? You don't want to think of that game, do you?
Yeah, I'm not thinking. That's one of those games where after I watched it, I pretended it didn't happen.
Mike, by the way, our dear friend Michael.
Fun fact, I passed out during that game.
I don't blame it. Still hates Joe Burrow to this day because of that game.
Honestly, I just hate. It's not that I don't hate Joe Burrow. I hate fucking Mike Stoops for ruining the defense to that point because that was Alex Grinch's first year. So that was still recovering from the lack of defensive recruiting because Mike Stoops was the fucking worst defensive coordinator on the fucking planet.
This is true.
Mike Stoops, I'm sorry for cursing, but the topic of the OU defenses over the years makes me very angry.
Yeah, I don't blame you 1 second.
OU defenses, no good.
But what's Ed Orgeron's legacy?
I don't know.
Fraud?
You know what he reminds me of? I'm trying to think of the guy who was coaching Auburn when Cam Newton was there, Gene Chizik.
Gus Malzahn?
No, that was after
Malzahn?
No. He was the offensive coordinator. Gene Chizik, I think.
Gene Chizik.
Yeah.
By the way.
He reminds me of that where he benefited from an amazing season by a good quarterback.
By the way, correct me if I'm wrong, does Gene Chizik look like a frat dad? He looks like the dad of a frat boy.
Absolutely.
Doesn't he? Look at this picture of Gene Chizik. He looks like a father of a frat boy.
Yep, he does.
He does. God bless him. Until the end of the 2012 season, of course. Is he still coaching?
I don't think so. I think
he's coaching.
gone.
He's not.
Because his years after Cam Newton left were putrid.
I'm shocked. By the way,
that's what it reminds me of is Gene Chizik. The legacy of 2019 LSU is gonna fall to the players who were on that team, not the coach.
Yeah.
It was the players who made that team what it was.
Fair point.
And it was an amazing team.
Oh my god.
But it falls to the players.
I love the LSU team.
And you know it's good because it's like almost like the anti-Bama where the legacy of those national championship teams falls to the coach.
By the way,
because in the end football's played by the players.
What was I going to discuss? I can't remember. Yes, that's what I wanted. So, Jamar Chase, speaking of LSU, was picked by the Bengals at number 5.
Great pick.
Do you remember how bad we were trashing the Bengals for not taking Penei Sewell with the 5th pick?
I don't remember. I kind of remember defending taking a guy who.
I was trashing them. I remember that. I was trashing the Bengals
because you gotta look at this way. It's a receiver who has instant chemistry with the quarterback you have.
Yeah.
That's knowing his timing, knowing his rhythm. There's a lot to it in that. There's a technical aspect of football that's often unseen by the general public.
Good point. The Bengals look smart now because they're 4-2.
I'm not surprised.
Watch them be a playoff team. Watch them win their first playoff game.
You know what? The AFC North is a gauntlet.
Is 90? Was it 91 or 90?
I have no idea.
Last playoff game.
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google this.
I'm too drunk to know.
Bengals last playoff win. 1991.
I'm not even drunk. I'm twisted.
1991 against Houston. Yeah, you need to drink more. You need to drink more, my friend.
I'm on my second Red Bull.
I'm still on my first. I don't want to hear it.
Lightweight.
Shut up.
You see, I've been smoking weed all day, and I'm still drinking more than this man.
Yeah. As I flip him off. Yeah, we need to do this every Thursday.
Yeah.
We do. I'm gonna drink my sadness away, which is not the smartest thing to ignore because the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh no. It ain't good, man.
Geno Smith.
I'm sorry.
Is the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks for the next 4 games.
Yeah, it's not good.
Let me be clear, though. I have been wanting this. Not Russell Wilson getting hurt.
Come on, you can't tell me you're rooting for your team to fucking lose.
Yes, I am.
Bro, 4 weeks.
4
weeks from now, you're gonna be thankful that Russell Wilson's back because
no.
You lived here in 2014.
John, how long have I wanted Pete Carroll fired?
As long as I've known you.
Exactly. No, you've known me before the Super Bowl victory. Have you?
I don't think so.
I think so, but
I don't really remember how long I've known.
However, let's look at this. Seattle has won 2 playoff games since 2016. 2.
Yep.
2 playoff wins since 2016. Now, to further prove my point, look at the list of talent that this team has had since 2015.
Squandered it.
It's unbelievable, the talent that they have had.
And they haven't done shit.
John's microphone just fucked up again. I gotta fix that eventually. I gotta move the microphone in general. But, Jimmy Graham, Frank Clark, DK Metcalf, Michael Bennett, Cliff Averill, Bobby Wagner, Bruce Irvin, KJ Wright, Richard Sherman, the Legion of Boom in general, Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor. I can keep going. I can absolutely keep going. I mentioned Frank Clark already. Luke Wilson to a degree. Jermaine Kearse, Doug Baldwin, Hall of Famer, by the way.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Tyler Lockett, Marshawn Lynch, Chris Carson. The list goes on and on.
The truth is,
and
nobody's better at wasting talent than them.
Who was that? Did you hear that, by the way?
They must be having sex.
Oh, this fucking dude. But, they be my neighbors. But regardless, shut up. But Russell Wilson. Oh, including Russell Wilson, by the way. The list of talent that this team has wasted
is immense.
It is incredible to me that they've been to 2 Super Bowls and won a single championship with the loads of talent that they have had over the course of 12 years.
Yeah, now the rest of the division's improved.
I mean, to think of it in perspective, look at the records of the remaining of the other 3 teams in the NFC West. Look it up.
They're done. I think they're doomed
when
for
the
fourth.
fucking Cardinals have a better the 49ers.
Yeah, but you can't.
Have the number 2 or 3 overall pick. Have had a top 5 pick for a good.
We knew this
3-year
division
period.
was going to be good.
I knew this division would be good for a long time.
We knew it was going to be good this year.
And it gets even worse because they're going to give Pete Carroll the injury pass because Russell Wilson is hurt for 4 games, 3 or 4 games. I can't remember.
Yeah, they're going to give him a pass, but it's going to be Geno Smith.
It's Geno Smith,
and we live in New York. We watched him. We saw him play for the Jets.
I watched the Jets from when
the
Seahawks are not on.
It's a CBS game.
It's unfortunately, but
so we watched the Jets. We saw Geno Smith play for the Jets.
God.
What do you mostly remember from Geno Smith's not playing with the Jets? I remember
infuriation.
Yeah, I remember some bad interceptions, lack of reads. I remember him dropping back and giving up 20 yards on a freaking sack. I just remember horrible, sloppy, terrible quarterback play that directly hurt the team.
And the worst part is
Geno Smith single-handedly lost games when he played.
By
being on the field.
Pete Carroll is not going to get fired after the season. He's going to retire probably at the end of next year. But here's the...
No, I could see Pete in the Walker still trying to say he's head coach of the Seahawks.
It's going to be Don Shula in the 90s.
Yeah.
Don Shula.
Except it's the same team.
Unbelievable. Jesus.
It's going to be
I'm
ugly.
So mad. Because Kyle, you might remember Kyle, our great Bills fan Kyle, told me he was... Yeah, the Bills are really good, by the way. Yeah. He told me, hey, by the way, listen, you wanted this, you being me, wanted this for the Seahawks because you wanted Pete to be exposed for the fraud that he is. He's a fraud.
Yes.
He's a fraud of a coach, and no one agrees with me.
How bad do you think it's going to go with him and Geno?
Bad. Other than a gimme win against Jacksonville, which
that
might not
count.
even be a gimme win.
Honestly, if they lose that game, would that be the worst loss of Pete Carroll's career?
Pretty bad.
I don't know. Is it worse than Colt McCoy though?
Fuck you. No.
Look, I was shocked. I couldn't
this.
believe that they lost. That the Giants won that game.
Let me be clear with this.
He lost to Colt McCoy. He should have been fired for that.
Is a defensive coach. One of the great defensive coaches of our lifetime.
He lost to Colt McCoy.
And it gets even. And the defense for the Seattle Seahawks over the last 4 years
lost to Colt McCoy.
Yes, we know that. Has been historically bad.
But the reason I'm emphasizing that is that's inexcusable. To me, there's no excuse for the fact that a team like Seattle lost to Colt McCoy.
Yep.
He should have been fired for that. That's clear that the team is not a contender.
And
you
Jack,
lose to a team like that.
And our friend Jack, you might remember Jack, co-host of the Sports Desk. By the way, Chase Arena is a beautiful.
It is.
Is a beautiful arena.
It is. big
What
upgrade
the
over
fuck?
Oracle. Look at that scoreboard. It
What?
covers the whole court.
It's AT&T Stadium. But either way, what the fuck jersey is Golden State wearing?
I didn't see it.
You can't see this? It's a blue and red jersey. What are they? The Clippers?
What are they? Yeah.
Reggie Jackson's still in the league?
Yeah.
God
He's the
bless him.
Clippers point guard.
By the way, is Klay Thompson Klay Thompson
Still
back
out.
yet?
He'll come back soon.
He's coming back, alright.
Yeah, he'll be back soon. The Warriors look good against the Lakers, though.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you that right now.
Can we discuss that, by the way? Because Golden State might be my pick out of the West.
That's a bit of a stretch to say just yet.
But I'm not wrong by saying that, though, right?
It depends really on Clay.
If Clay's in this,
The issue is that he tore his ACL and then
his Achilles.
and his Achilles. Those are
Sure.
two devastating injuries back to back. He hasn't played in 2 years.
yeah.
So I feel that depends on Clay. But I feel like if there's somebody who could come back from that, it's Clay.
yeah. But dude, the West is deep. The West,
Yeah.
actually, let me rephrase it. The West is not as deep as the East, because the East looks good.
Yeah, I feel
You're a
like
basketball guy, though, so.
possibly it's really too early for me to make my predictions.
But if
This
we
is
were
gonna be a fun season.
if
I
we
think.
were to let's say, by the way, Miami's destroying Milwaukee. By the way,
Good.
105 to 69. Nice. But if you were to make your predictions for the East, because I have my
Bucks
list.
are gonna come back out of the East.
Fair point, but
Because I think the Bucks are deeper than Brooklyn, even with Kyrie, and that's gonna help them in the playoffs if they play better defense. The Bucks are just a better built team than Brooklyn.
so I'm
In
gonna
the
give you
West,
my, I'm gonna
I
give you
have
my
no
10 because
clue.
the play-in round is back. I'm gonna give you my 10 teams out of the East, and I'll tell you you tell me what you think. From 10 to 1, Indiana, Charlotte, Chicago, Charlotte. So that's 10 through 8. Boston at 7, 6 New York, 5 Atlanta, 4 Philadelphia, 3 Brooklyn, 2 Miami, 1 Milwaukee. What do you think?
So I'm gonna go for my 10, right? Toronto. Toronto at 10, right?
Yeah,
Charlotte at 9,
yeah.
and then 8. I'm gonna put probably I'd say.
The Heat look good though.
No, Heat are gonna finish top 3.
Oh my God, yes.
I'm telling you right now, Heat are gonna finish top 3.
Dude, people do not understand the Miami Heat.
So actually, I'm gonna go for the top, right?
Yeah, go for the
Top
top.
3: Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Miami.
I don't trust Brooklyn though.
I think James Harden and Kevin Durant are enough to be a good regular season team, but I don't think it's gonna make for a good
Postseason?
postseason team. Because I think Milwaukee is just built better for the postseason unless they get Kyrie Irving back, and even then, I don't like Brooklyn's depth at all. I feel like Hawks, Knicks, and Chicago are all gonna have improvements, while Philly might be due to go worse than Vegas has given them on their win total.
Good point.
Philly is if you're betting money, take Philly on the under for their wins.
Yes.
I was looking at the odds the other day. I made that bet myself.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my West now. From 10 to 1. Sacramento.
You're putting Sacramento at 10?
You know I'm kidding, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you high?
Probably.
But you can't tell if you're high or drunk.
Nah.
You're twisted.
Distinctly possible. But I don't know.
I don't think sports is ready for me.
Oh my God, we're having a fun time with this, are we?
Are they aware of what we are?
9, Memphis. Okay, that's obvious.
Memphis goes 8.
8, Portland. No?
Portland, Damian Lillard is not going to be an 8 seed if he stays.
No, God, no. 7, Dallas. I might have them under that.
Depends on how KP plays. like it's too early to make predictions of the NBA because I feel like with the NBA this year, there's just so many what ifs.
True.
Like, it's a league of what ifs right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like it's a weird state that the NBA is in.
Yeah. 6 the Clippers.
Yeah, I say they're like 6.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I could agree
5
with that.
Golden State. I love the Warriors though. I love this. I think this team will be good.
I think they will. We have to see what they do right now.
4 Denver. Yeah.
You know, Denver may come out of the West.
I hope so.
My man Jamal Murray is about to be doing good.
Jamal Murray, by the way, I'm sure you know this one.
Look,
Jamal Murray got.
why you think
Instagram
why you think I bought his jersey, my guy? You know
Jamal
what?
Murray got caught on Instagram Live.
Look, I respect it.
Getting blown. Unbelievable.
I respect it. He's a dog. You gotta
Just
be
like
a dog.
Meyer.
You gotta be a dog.
Clutch Sports, you're gonna love us. 3 the Lakers.
Am I like the only like sports personality to defend Urban Meyer?
I mean, the entire state of Ohio.
Yeah, but aside from
And Florida to a degree.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the only ones who are not from those places to say Urban Meyer's a good man.
Good point.
He's a dog. I'd love to party with him.
3 the Lakers. God damn you, man. 3 Lakers. Good? Yeah.
I think the Lakers, you can't read into their first game. I think they'll get their shit together. I feel better about the Lakers, believe it or not, than I do about the Nets because I think the Lakers mix of veterans is better. However, I think neither team is winning the finals.
True. 2.
Unless the Nets get Kyrie back.
Fair point. 2 Phoenix.
Yeah.
You were right on the Phoenix Suns, by the way. I can't believe you.
Because I know the rosters.
This is true. Chris Paul. 1 Utah.
Utah 2. LA 1. Phoenix 3. Phoenix, however, is probably still going to do better than LA. But
Fair point.
But I'm going to put Dallas at 4. But Dallas, I feel like it's starting to remind me of the Cavs when LeBron had his first run.
Yeah.
Where they're just not putting the roster to really win with Luka, but they're going to make the playoffs every year because they have a transcendent talent. You know who's going to do good in the East this year? The Hawks.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You know, everyone's talking about the Nets, but if Kyrie don't play, Hawks and Bucks may end up being in the East Final.
Or Miami. Don't forget the
Or
Heat.
Miami.
I'm telling you, the East is deep.
Yo, the East is like 7 deep.
I know, it's great.
This is gonna be a fun year.
I don't know if you're a boxing fan at all. To get off topic, did you see the...
I like boxing when I bet on it. I didn't bet on it, so I didn't watch it.
What a fucking surprise.
I'm
okay.
You know I'm a degenerate gambler.
Yeah, I know you are.
Which reminds me, I'm gonna take a Sunday off from work. Want to go to FanDuel with me?
To New Jersey?
Yeah, we'll go bet on. Honestly, maybe we should get some tickets for whoever the Sunday game is first. I'll cop us tickets.
We're gonna find out.
And we're gonna, maybe not this until like 2 weeks
We're on
from now,
YouTube,
because I have to
by the way.
give like 2
We're on
weeks
YouTube,
notice.
by the way.
Yeah, so we can go to FanDuel. Hey,
Panthers and Giants.
What's that? 2 weeks from now?
That's this Sunday.
Yeah, because I gotta give my job 2 weeks notice. But you know, maybe we'll do a YouTube video at FanDuel.
Oh boy.
After the game, we'll bet on some Sunday night
Raiders
games.
and Giants. You want to see that game? That sounds like that's a John game. That's a John special. Speaking of the Raiders.
That's a John special, isn't it?
Speaking of the Raiders, and speaking of John Gruden. What an idiot. I don't mean idiot. I mean, like, first of all.
Honestly, it helps the team he's gone. He was outdated.
Oh my god. So, as you look down the rabbit hole.
Look, there was nothing else that was going to get this man fired, so, you know what? They found a way to get this man fired, so
Good point.
it's good.
But if you look down the rabbit hole further, when the Raiders hired John Gruden a second time, what did he do?
Trade Khalil Mack.
Not only that, he fired Reggie McKenzie.
Yes.
He fired Reggie McKenzie.
Who was perfectly competent.
Who was perfectly confident running that team.
He was actually doing a good
team
job.
really well.
He rebuilt the team.
He was granted, delayed a few years, but Reggie McKenzie did a good job.
He was not the problem.
No.
Jack Del Rio was the problem.
You thought Jack Del Rio was the issue?
I
I thought he was a decent coach.
Look, the 2016 Raiders remind me of the 2016 Giants in a way. Like, it's weird that both of those happened the same year.
Speaking of, the Giants, by the way, have won 19 games since that infamous boat picture was taken. They have the worst record by far in the NFL.
The boat picture may be a curse, man. Odell may have cursed us.
Is it on a t-shirt? Please be on a t-shirt. Because I will get it for you. But if you look down... You're pissed at me. And you can't be pissed at me, though.
Dude, I still remember watching that fucking Giant Packer game. Man.
That was so bad.
I remember watching that Giant Packer game.
I had faith in the Giants, man. I had so much faith.
So
but
did I
thought it was the Giants Patriots the third time. That'd be great.
Honestly, though, the biggest issue really was Ben McAdoo. In the fact they had an easy schedule in 2016.
No.
No, because Ben McAdoo
I
became...
blame John Mara. I blame John Mara, the owner. I blame him. Fuck.
No, I'm saying... No, but part of the issue in 2017 was Ben McAdoo became so full of himself that he thought he was the smartest guy in the room.
He did bench Eli Manning, though. I will give him credit for that. That's unfortunate as a Giant fan like yourself.
He should not have done it, though, because he... honestly, my issue isn't that he did it. My issue is that he benched him for Geno Smith as if we all did not live in the New York metropolitan area and know damn well who Geno Smith was. If he benched him for Davis Webb, okay, you see what the rookie quarterback is. It's already a lost season. But benching Eli Manning for Geno Smith is a joke.
Yeah.
Like, you get my point?
Fair point, but still, I mean, going back to the Raiders, who's their next coach? Because that's a good-looking team.
So they have their interim coach now, but you know they're going to hire, like, some big name because they're in Vegas and they feel pressure. I feel like they could get a top-tier candidate.
Watch it be Del Rio again.
I don't think it's going to be Del Rio again.
Who would you hire, though, if you're the Raiders? Because you have to think of this. That's a good-looking team. They got good players on that team. Max Crosby is an animal at defensive end. They got Darren Waller, they got Ruggs, they got decent receivers.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would hire a defensive-minded coach, but then have a solid offensive coordinator.
I'm going to Google this for you.
Like, whatever good defensive-minded coach is available in January, take them. That's how I would approach it.
By the way,
I would love to have Todd Bowles, but I know he's not leaving Tampa because he's coaching Raiden. And I have a feeling Bieniemy's coaching Raiden in Kansas City.
I can tell you, I can give you a good coach, who I think would be a decent coach for the Raiders. The current Cowboys defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn.
Believe it or not, you know who I would not want Dan Quinn.
Really?
I don't really like his time with the Falcons very much.
Well, that's the Falcons. You can't give them that. The Falcons are incompetent. Come on.
Yeah, but the Raiders haven't really been a model of competency in the last 20 years.
Very good point. Another good point by John.
Keep in mind the picture I sent you was a symbol of incompetency.
Oh, God.
The picture I sent you today was the face of the Raiders at one point. As sad as to say.
Jamarcus Russell.
The legend himself.
Speaking of controversy.
Yeah, I hate these Warriors.
They look bad. By the way, speaking of controversy, did you see Deshaun Watson might get traded this week?
To who?
Miami.
Miami's desperate.
No shit!
Tua's a bust.
Too early to tell because his offensive line is hot garbage.
I think Miami benefited from an easy schedule last year.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's a good point.
Because the truth is the roster, when you look at it, doesn't really look like they'd be anything more than what they are.
Yeah. Good point, but
They're not a
How
good team.
how's that trade gonna look though? If the Dolphins were to trade for Deshaun Watson, if he plays this season though,
Look, the man just wanted a happy ending. That's all he wanted.
72 losses, 70 something lawsuits though. That's a lot, even for you.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a ton.
That's a lot.
It's a ton.
Is that Dwight Howard? He's on the Clippers?
No, I think he's on the Lakers.
Is he on the Lakers?
Yeah, he's on the Lakers.
Why did I think he was on the Clippers? Give me a second. Dwight Howard.
He's on the Lakers.
He is on the Lakers. That's a fine on my end. If we had a fine system, that'd be a fine on my end.
Yeah.
For getting a team wrong. Damn it. That sucks. It is what it is, though. We are approaching an hour. Time flies when you're bullshitting, right?
Time flies when you're drunk.
Good man. Let's do some game picks to close out the show. How about that? Good deal?
Good deal.
Good deal.
Who are we starting with?
Actually, let's finish up Deshaun Watson. The Texans are throwing away the season, though, right?
Davis Mills.
Wasn't he the quarterback at Stanford? Wasn't he a Stanford QB? Wasn't he?
I'm gonna look at
Yeah, Google it.
Stanford.
He was Stanford.
Yeah, 5 TDs, 7 interceptions, 31.5 QB rating.
Oh God. Okay, game picks. Here we go. Jets at Patriots.
Patriots.
What?
It's at
should
New
be the
England.
Jets.
It's at New England, and it's going to be a rookie quarterback going against a Bill Belichick defense, and it's the Jets.
Watch the Jets somehow pull this off, though. Nice lab. Saints at Seahawks Monday night.
Saints.
Unfortunately, agree with you.
Geno Smith is going to get some picks.
Oh God. Playoff P. Fucking Paul George. Unbelievable. $50 million.
You know, after he called himself Playoff P, he choked away the series single-handedly.
No shit.
And that's what made him a meme, is that he single-handedly
There you go.
choked the series after naming himself Playoff P.
Colts at San Francisco.
I'll take San Francisco.
I think the Colts can pull this off. Why don't you be the Colts?
I think San Francisco.
Carson Wentz looks good, though. When he doesn't throw interceptions.
To be honest with you, I feel like the 49ers are due for that win.
True. Chiefs at Tennessee. Titans. Give me the Titans.
Yeah, I'll do Titans on that.
Yeah.
Something's just... That Chiefs defense is
Bad.
good.
It's bad.
It's no good.
It's bad. And the Chiefs offense does not look good either.
Yeah.
It's bad. Give me the Titans. Game of the week. The 4-2 Bengals going to 5-1 Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens.
I'll take the Bengals just to say fuck you to Splash.
Because they're at home.
Just to say fuck you to just to say fuck you to Ryan. Oh God.
You're for the Lions or the Rams.
By the way, Ryan was the one who died to you by saying, "Oh, the Suns are not beating the Lakers."
Yeah,
in 6.
I know. And he was
wrong.
pissed.
He's still pissed at me about that.
I knew it.
He's still pissed. I don't blame him.
He didn't know the roster.
He didn't.
He didn't know the rosters.
How are you the bigger basketball guy than him?
Because I'm not a LeBron fan, I'm a basketball fan.
Fair point. Oh! Alright. We approached an hour, or close to an hour. 59 minutes to be exact.
Because I have League Pass.
Yeah.
So I watch like random ass games.
You watch those random games.
Yeah.
You could watch like Minnesota and like Cleveland.
Look, I guarantee you I'm going to watch Minnesota play the Kings this year.
Yeah, fair point.
I'm going to watch Minnesota play the Kings this year, and you know what?
Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns.
Go take on Marvin Bagley if he isn't traded.
By the way, where's D'Angelo Russell? I forgot about him.
Minnesota.
Is he really? Because I remember when he was drafted.
You were a mess.
He has is with the T-Wolves?
It's Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, Carl Anthony Towns, and a bunch of players that belong in the G League.
What?
You have 3 good players and a bunch of guys who belong in the G League. That's their team.
What?
The Warriors traded him for Andrew Wiggins. Remember when Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be the next LeBron?
What? What? That's fucking. That's what?
Your mind's blown.
We need to end this show right now because we're an hour in. Oh boy! Thank you for joining us for a new, shit! I dropped my phone again. Sort of a new era of Time to BS. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
We're lit.
This guy is, but this guy being John. Dude, we're having a ton of fun. We do this every Thursday. We post every like Saturday or Friday, whenever we can, of course. But hey, we're having a good time, man. We're having a good time. Welcome for the ride, man. Welcome for the ride. See you guys soon.